My last testimonial was May 1st, 2015 at an Advanced in Carefree, Arizona, which was a major breakthrough day for me. I had a mystical experience that freed me and completely changed my life. And I have meditated every day since Carefree, done the work, been to multiple events, and volunteered a couple of times. And I want people to know what it's like when you do this work every day and how things change in your life and in your family, and that it doesn't happen overnight. I got home from Carefree having a actual, I guess they're called spiritual awakening, but I didn't know what that was. I was just super happy, and I didn't sleep, and I just meditated and woke up all the time, and I was blissful. And I expected people to want to be part of that, to want to know. And they kind of poke you to see if you're real. And some people want to come with you and some people don't. And that was kind of heartbreaking for me, actually, in the beginning. And I realized now, when I look back on it, I can see that me being me every day, that me making a decision to show up as who I am started to make a difference everywhere. In the friends that I have, especially with my children, they're 24 and 26 now, and how over time this work has permeated their life and their choices and who they are, even if they don't do it. And that's what we get to see when we do this over time. And yet, who I am and what I've been doing, I've been writing a book, a Carefree series book, like a Carefree book series. When I started to put this book together, which is actually pretty much complete, and I wrote, I would write, Thursday at Carefree, and I started to understand the build, what happened to me on Thursday that led to the breakthrough on Friday. And then, what happened on Friday that led to the events that happened on Saturday, and so on. I started to understand that the decisions and the things that we overcome the day before create the breakthrough the next day, or the experience the next day when we're at a workshop. And then at the end of each chapter, I write, who am I now? Because to me, that's the important thing. Who have I become as a result of having these mystical experiences? Since Carefree, I continue to have multiple mystical experiences a week. And just about anything you could say, have you had this, have you had that? I go, yes, I've had beautiful downloads. I've had my golden light poured into my body. I can't even begin to tell you, interdimensional travel, light beings, guidance, full biological upgrades in the middle of the afternoon, catatonic in my bedroom. It's just become a very natural part of who I am. And I have been hiding that. I've been really, truly hiding who I am. And I brought in so much light in the Vancouver Advanced earlier this year that I actually kind of blew up my body to a certain extent, because I wasn't flowing it out. I was bringing it in, but I wasn't putting it back out into the world. And so when I got to this event, I was energetically constricted. I've had a frozen shoulder for 8 months, and it was very heart protection. I had really started to close in around my heart. So when I saw that this was Sacred Heartist, I just was like, okay, this is obviously where I need to be. This is really about coming out of hiding, right? Because I was hiding who I really am because I was trying to make it comfortable for people. And I can't do that anymore because it was making it uncomfortable for me. So I think people in this work and in this world think you have a mystical experience and your life changes. And it does. It absolutely does. Yet every day I have to say to myself, who am I now? Who am I becoming? And because I'm always asking for more, and because I'm always willing to accept more and to bring more in, I've had to learn kind of how to manage that. So I didn't quite realize how heartbroken I was until the walking meditation on first one, that was Thursday, the walking meditation by Niagara Falls. And I have never had to overcome myself like I had to in that walking meditation. I was fighting with myself to put one foot in front of me, which to me was me not stepping into who I really am. And I had piles of energy like go through my body to the point where I was spastically walking. I looked like I'd been on a 3-day bender or something. And it was just, and in my head I'm going, just go, just go, just go. And I'd try and take a step and I couldn't go. And finally I ran. I mean, I ran like something was chasing me, but I was going to outrun it. That was what was happening in my walking meditation. I just ran probably faster than I've ever run. And I was just like, just determined to break free. You know, and then at some point it's almost like it's like you won the race, right? And I popped through, and I ended up down by the beautiful falls. And I was standing at the end with my hands over my heart, and I was crying and saying, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. Like, I don't know what to do. And all of a sudden, these beautiful beings said, we do. We do. We know where you're going. You just have to know who you are, and you've already done that. So I was standing there, and I was like, probably at some point in the meditation when Joe was saying, who do you want to be, or something like that. And all I got was radiant. Just radiant. And it's just like this light is pouring out of my heart. And I'm just going, radiant, that's all I have to be. I just have to let my light out. I thought I was bringing light in, not letting light out. This whole event has been about recognizing that that light can't come to me if I don't have it. It's a match. It's a match. Like, duh. So I was standing there in this beautiful place, and then of course we open our eyes and we've got the gorgeous rainbow and the other part of the rainbow, and then they join, and you guys took photos of that. It was absolutely glorious. And the next day, this stunning man on our team who's had such a phenomenal breakthrough came up and just after meditation just, took me, and he just looked at me and he said, you are so radiant. I just went, okay, I get it. And I meet people at these events who are having all kinds of mystical experiences, and they don't really understand where to put those. And they're saying, is it my imagination or is it real? And I'm saying, it's all real, right? And it's all imagination. Exactly, it's both. It's all real, it's all imagination. And when you are open to more, my book is called It Starts with Open, and it does, but it starts with open every time. And in the beginning, we are just open to feeling better. We're just open to, being able to sleep through the night maybe, or we're open to, I'm trying to think of all the things that started to happen for me. I was just happy to be calm. I was happy to be, in a state of feeling like I wasn't hypervigilant. And I don't know, about 2 years in, my husband looked at me and said, "What do you get out of doing Dr. Jo's work?" I said, "A quiet brain." And that is worth it. Just to have that. Everything else that happens after that is truly amazing. And then when your brain is quiet, that's when you can start asking for more, right? More. And then all kinds of fabulous and amazing things happen. My friends call me a master manifester, and I do. I have all kinds of really amazing, beautiful things happen, and I'm grateful for every one, and that's why I get more. So it becomes a practice of gratitude, and a practice of wholeness, and a practice of love. And it just invites more in if you're open to it.